Jake, the Ticket Leprechaun, with a contest response video for Scott, Sconnie Tradition. Scott wanted to know a little bit about our family history in order to enter his contest, so I'm going to do that and tell some stories and walk you guys through it a little bit. So as you guys know, I read a Bible verse in almost every one of my channel's videos, and something that I'll get into and kind of explain is that my Memo, my mom's mom, was someone who's a very thoughtful Christian lady. She planned a lot of things to do for her children, grandchildren, long after she was gone on to heaven. She's been gone home to heaven now for about 5-6 years. And after that, she left some things for us that were specifically hand-picked and that kind of thing. But I got married almost 2 years ago, and for myself and my brother, who got married the month prior to that, my Memo had already planned something for us and our wives as a wedding gift way in the future. I mean, it was 4 years before that happened, after she passed away. And what she left was, this is her handwriting to me. She left some money for a gift, but the more important thing that she left was a family Bible to start our own families. And the reason why she's the most relevant person for this specific contest video is she was really big on family history. She actually traced back our family history to my great-great-great-great-grandfather, who came over from Ireland, believe it or not. His name was John Strain. Ticket Leprechaun, Irish, that may have been where part of it came from. So there's that, and my mom has the original family Bible that was my great-grandmother's, and it has every family member from that side of the family, when they were born, when they died, if they got married. I mean, it's very old, and it has a lot of handwriting in it. And that was passed down to my mom for my Memo when she passed away, and someday it will be mine. But what I want to get into is a little bit of my family history and some of my lineage and how it relates to the Bible verse that I'm going to read. The Bible verse comes from Exodus 20:12. And it says, "Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee." So it says, basically, listen to your mom and dad, and your days upon earth will be long. God will reward you and give you a long life on earth. So, in this Bible, as part of it, my mom filled out the family history for my dad's side, that what is known, and then through my mom's side, and all the information that came from the other family Bible. So keep in mind the Bible verse, honor thy father and thy mother, and your days upon earth will be long. So going back through my mom's side, both through her dad and her mom. We'll go through her dad first. My papa, he's still living. He was born in 1932. So he is 88. Quick math. 70, 80. Yeah, he'll be 88 this year. So that's my papa. His mom and dad. His dad was Leonard John Holland. He lived to be 76. Okay. But his mom lived from 1909 to 2006. She was 97 years old. I knew my great-grandma Holland. I was born in 91, so she passed away when I was 15. So I knew her for a long time. Went to her house every Easter. That was kind of her thing. Did the big Easter egg hunt, and her house was built in the early 1900s, and it was like stepping back in time, man. I mean, short ceilings. I'm 5'6", and I mean, the ceilings are, here, I can touch them, standing up, and narrow little corridors, because people were smaller back then, apparently, especially my family. So she lived to be 97. My great-grandfather's parents lived to be 85 and 91. My great-grandmother's parents on that side lived to be 97 and 93. Okay, so now let's flip to my Memo, my mom's mom, and back through her lineage. So my Memo lived to be 77. She died in 2013, so it's It's almost 7 years. It'll be 7 years this month. Her mom and dad, one lived to be 57, and her dad lived to be 87, or 57, excuse me. And her mom lived to be 86. She lived with my grandparents for a long time when my mom was a kid. Then my great-grandfather's parents on that side lived to be 84 and 56. So one pretty old, one a little bit younger. Then my great-grandmother's parents lived to be 85 and 47. Wow, she died young. So as you can tell, there were a lot of upper 80s and some 90s in there. Some of my great aunts and uncles lived to be over 100 on my Papal's side. We've also got my dad's side family history, but not a lot's known about them. They were kind of spread out across the country. Both my families were from North Carolina. My grandparents, respectively, were born in Whitewater, North Carolina, Highlands, North Carolina, and Franklin, North Carolina for the other two. My parents were born in Franklin, North Carolina, and Fairfax, Virginia, where my dad was born, but he grew up in Franklin. So something I want to do is research more of my dad's side of his family history and see kind of, what our origins are as far as a family. My dad says that his grandmother or his great-grandmother was half Cherokee, and, through my mom's side, Scotch, Irish, English connections. So it would be pretty cool to find that out. I always find family history and history in general pretty interesting. There's only one more thing I want to show you guys. It's pretty cool. My college buddies called me Abe because I kind of look like Abraham Lincoln. I dressed up as him a couple times. Let me show you a picture of one of my ancestors that I have from my mom's side. 1 second. Sorry about that. It's in a cabinet. But this is one of my ancestors from the 1800s. Who does that look like? If my beard was a little bit shorter and I had hair. Isn't that crazy? So, thought that was pretty cool when we found that. Had to have it. But Scott, thank you for running this contest. Definitely something that's interesting, and I look forward to watching other people's videos. Until next time, keep collecting, and God bless.